Hey guys, Scrubby here with the next episode of Zero to Hero. So in the previous episode, after the triple pump fake, we finally took on the Hypershunt fight. We were successful. We did lose a few ships in the battle, so we need to pick up some more crew. And just in practice, I'm going to keep more crew than we need, because we tend to go through them rather quickly. It is dangerous out here in the rim. In today's episode, what we're going to do is search the Blue Giants. I think Weaver is clean, but search like Abaddon. Um, there's not very many Blue Giants. I think Delta Rush is also clean. So Delta Sagan and I think Swang is also clean. I mean, by process of elimination, we'll check all those sites anyway. But what we're looking for now is the other uh, Hypershunt to get those weapons off of it. The weapons we got, I'd say are more like defensively focused, especially these reality disruptors. Getting two is nice, but you don't really need two on one ship, so we can split them apart. What I was really hoping for were reality cascade emitters. Those would have been fantastic. Sorry, rift cascade emitters. Um, but it's okay. Alright. So let's head over here to Attila and Tau and go pick up some crew. Also, we dealt with the remaining. Where did I call threats? The remaining pirate invasion. So that was pretty easy. Oh. We can escalate crisis. That's a new thing that wasn't there before. What it does basically is shoot you up to 550. I would want it to be the Luddic Church though, and not the Persians. I could probably take on the Persians now. But if we get the Luddic Church early, what that means is we can get double the bonuses for Luddic Majority. I don't know. Let's find the other Hypershunt first. Because we interdict here. Also, a viewer left a really nice comment that could potentially hint at finding more threat. I don't have it pulled up in front of me, I apologize. But they said that threat can possibly respawn in gravity wells that you already visited. And basically, I was on the right track. Just keep doing sensor bursts, and eventually you should find them. If you do a couple of sensor bursts and there's like absolutely no response, then you can just jump out and find a new gravity well. So that's good to know. We'll go ahead and try to implement that the next time we go out. All right. I'm just gonna buy all your crew. We can buy Gazers, the small ones. Buy Mjolnirs. Invictus Mjolnir might be good actually. I'm still chasing down an Invictus. We need a few more credits in order to do that. While we're here, are there any upgrades that we would like to make to our fleet using these new weapons we have? I'm gonna swap you two. Yeah. We're gonna give you the reality disruptor. And I'm gonna give you auto pulse laser. I don't think you need expanded mags. Should be fine. And then same thing, I'm gonna give you the other reality disruptor. You guys are built similar-ish. Okay, for myself, I can't give myself a third tachyon lance, unfortunately. I think also for you, you're gonna get the resonator. There you go. And then we have things like mini pulsers, cryo blaster, cryo flamer, disintegrator. I just realized there's no small slots on the old slot. Huh. That's interesting. So the only one that could utilize the mini pulsers would be the retribution. So let's take that. And then I don't think there's anything else that we need. What is using up so much flux? Let's see something real quick. Oh, it might be the triple devastator cannon. That's I admit that's a little excessive. But I mean, like, it's good. It is also just good. I don't know. I think you'll be alright. And then we have Rift Lances, Shock Repeaters. So we'll drop the Burst PD on the front here for a Shock Repeater. Same to you. And I'm missing, you know what? Just balance it out. Like this. I think that works. Why? The auto assign officer button is so funny sometimes. You don't need to be in there. You can be in there. And then you can go in there. The gunnery implants is wasted. But, I mean, that's still a good enough candidate for the Aurora. You could go into here. Actually, you're a better Odyssey pilot. Okay. So a little bit of modification. Let's grab some more of your crew, and then let's get back to exploring. So Abaddon would be my next best guess. We need supply. Let's head back home real quick then. Abaddon would be my next best guess. But honestly, most of these places I've explored, and I know you get to, they're guaranteed. Well, as far as I know, they're guaranteed. So I'm not sure where the other Hypershunt could possibly be. We gotta get on the other side of this. But if we've done the fight before, I feel very sorry guys. Yeah. But since we've done the fight before, then I'm confident we can do it again. Especially with the small upgrades we made to the fleet. Ooh, a lovely 29,000 credits. We're rich. Alright. Spectre's probably right here. Alright. Shop off everything, and then let's see. One thing that I remembered is I put my Omen away. Yeah, I put the Omen away, and the Omen had Antimatter Blaster on it. Or Antimatter SRM launcher on it. I remember that when I was looking over my Apogee here. Alright, so let's fix you now. I guess we have to use a grab beam. I also wanted to give you an ion beam, but it's not an option. For you, we'll give you the Antimatter SRM launcher. Yeah, I guess you're fine. And then you I would like to give you MERVs, but if I give you MERVs, then you're gonna need ECCM package. Let's just give you Hydras then. Okay. So at great cost, we're gonna borrow more supply and more fuel. Entering debt at the end of the month, which does cause an issue. Your crew will begin to leave you because obviously you can't pay them. But we should be able to get credits while we're out there. In fact, is there anything that we can sell that's valuable? or transphotonics. We do have synchrotron cores. Oh. Gotta go ordo hunting. Oh, I picked up a bunch of cores, didn't I? There's no way to tell. You know what? I think you're costing me 20,000 credits. Yeah. So we lose profitability on our plan. Oh wait. Ooh. No, that's a good point. We need a cheap administrator. Alright. Keep an eye out for that too. I was saying we lose profitability on our planet, but we save the 20,000 credits, but not really because we can't manage 3 planets on our own. Used to be able to. But I don't actually remember how many used to administrate, but it was certainly higher. There was a skill for it to increase the number of planets that you had. Losing 79k a month, which basically negates the benefit of our other planet. But Poltergeist is going to be a good moneymaker. Alright, let's head over here to Abaddon safely. And if Abaddon is not the planet, or not the system with the other Hypershunt, I'm going to be hard pressed to find it because I think I've explored Weaver already. Like we use it as the active gate all the time, so like it'd be really hard to fly past it and not notice it. The reason I suspect it's Abaddon is because there's a high warning beacon outside of it. So when we visited it earlier, we probably just didn't want to go. You have S-mods? Your independence. Okay. I was like, why are there pirates with S-mods? What likely happened is when we jumped in here the first time, we wanted to avoid contact with remnant Ordos. Therefore, we probably didn't fly near the star. Let me see if I can find a safe point to jump in at. Okay, there's none. So I'm gonna try this one. We do have story points to burn if we need to. They're just everywhere. Aha, yes. That's where the other one is. Fantastic. Alright, so while we're here, let's go ahead and knock out. I'm assuming that's it. Could be debris. But while we're here, let's go fight some Ordos real quick. Sub-Ordos. We need the alpha cores from them so that we can generate the credits for sustaining our colonies. Oh, well, like crew, really. Alright. Feeling good about this. I just remembered one of the reasons we did that fake was we'll head over here to the comm relay. Assault. Yes. One of the reasons we had one of those pump fakes was because I was going back and forth on leadership so many times. So subordos, I'm surprised we got this large of a layout. Subordos are really easy to deal with. Um, Usually they have less ships. They don't really have capital ships. Their cores are more so on the, well, I guess that's true for Ordos as well, but more so on the Gamma and Beta side. So don't really be afraid of sub Ordos. Ordos though can be difficult. Oh, we don't have. I gotta fix my skills after this. We don't have electronic warfare. That's gonna be a problem. Subordos are just fine to deal with. Alright. In fact, I think we can just full assault from the start. Yeah, I probably shouldn't deploy these many ships to go against this kind of fleet. Because I'm just burning supplies. I doubt I'm gonna make back the cost of deploying all these ships. Also, why? Oh, you don't. You have damage armor. This terrible bolt of energy is from the reality disruptors. It's what causes the EMP damage to ships. Yeah, I think honestly the Odysseys as well as myself could probably take this. Oh, we also don't have the industry line. Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we will, since our fleet is already tailored for the Hypershunt fight, we'll go do the Hypershunt, and then we'll transition back over to like our normal kind of fleet. Yeah, this is way overkill. Oh no, we do have the industry line. Okay, we're fine there. Well, we probably need field repairs then. We don't have the leadership line. Alright, I'm gonna hide out in the debris fields. While we regain our while we regain our combat readiness. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going dark. So this cuts off your engines, it reduces your sensor profile. And then because I'm in a debris field, that counts as an obscurant. So our sensor profile is cut down even further to 0.25. So even though we have these massive ships in our fleet, we don't have any insulated engines. our sensor profile is pretty tiny. The problem is though, as soon as we leave this little debris cloud that we've created, or if it dissipates, then we'll be spotted. And then also, it appears that the Hypershunt is rotating away from us, which is unfortunate. So let's just hang out here for a little bit. And then are there any buffs that we can give our fleet? We can get +3 burn level. We can get bigger sensor detection. I'm gonna go builds. We can get away from this. We probably can cut off going dark now. I'm gonna go build the sensor array so that we can see where these ordos are. Yeah, from 144 up to 2,305. We're like alerting everything in the system. Yep, so we'll build a sensor array. That's why we brought the supplies with us. And now we can turn off our sustained burn and see if we can't get back to Abaddon. If we must, we will fight another subordo, but ideally we can see them approaching before they see us, and then we can cut our we can go dark and sneak past them. They were mostly down here, so we do need to be careful. We can go dark. So now our sensor range is almost 2,000, whereas our sensor profile is 500. So we should be able to see out further than we can be detected. Hopefully avoiding any ordos on the way. Not because they're difficult, but because we don't want to have to keep wasting time. Wasting time repairing our ships. So we'll just follow the Hypershunt, wait for an opening, and then go fly over towards it. This one is like hovering perfectly in sync with the Hypershunt. What are you? You're an Ordo. Why are you patrolling the star? You know what? Nah. Oh, okay. Alright. So what we're gonna do is something different, and we are going to get all of their attention and then fly off. Jump out the system and then jump back on top of the star. What we want to do is we want to keep them in range of us. Transverse jump to get out of here. A little bit of a gambit. We'll see if this works. Of course it's in the winds. Oh my. Well, it worked, kind of. But there's a solar flare directly on top of this stupid Hypershunt. So we'll do it again. That is so frustrating. Alright. Try it again. We'll wait in hyperspace for our ships to repair. We're gonna run out of supplies doing this. That's what it is. What it is. All right, give it some time to rotate, and then we'll jump in here. We'll go dark. Just so pain, man. Just pure pain. All right. I wonder where the Nexus is. Something else we could do is we can blow up the Nexus. Give it a few months for this area to. Well, I mean, it probably wouldn't. Well, maybe it might take like 2 or 3 months. But wait for the Ordos to depopulate, and then we can go fight it for sure. Which is what we may have to do if they continue to perfectly parallel the Hypershunt as it rotates around. Come on. This is everyone's favorite hangout spot. That's what the Ordos like to do. They just like to spawn wherever they spawn from and then fly directly into the sun. Alright. No solar flares. We should be able to just emergency burn into it. We'll see if we can wait for the Hypershunt to get closer. Alright. Jeez. No! Oh. What do you even mean? Alright, there we go. We should be able to win this fight. We did take a little damage from emergency burning. It looks like just a tiny bit of combat readiness. No big deal. Should be okay. So we'll engage the automated defenses. And we'll begin. Same thing as last time. We'll stay in the ziggurat. For sure. I think we do bring in the old slots. And then we'll bring in the apogee that has the ion beam. Not sure if it'll make much of a difference, but here's what it is. And then we will begin. So we'll give the harass command to you two. Best of luck. And then I want the rest of the fleet to go ahead and engage you. Actually, we'll make this. We'll up this to eliminate command and see if. Well, because what you're going to do is you're going to blast off in front of it and get deleted. So I'm going to have you actually follow me. And then you're going to do the same thing. Alright, follow us. And then give the eliminate command to the old slot. Or you'll just be sacrificed as food for the Dorito anyway. That's what it is. Oh, sorry about that. And then what we're gonna do is grab everyone here. I didn't think we'd clip the Orion, or clip the Retribution there. Sorry about that, buddy. And we'll just have everyone focus. We're gonna get cryo flamers. Not a fan of the Crown Flamers, but it also looks like we're gonna get Resonators, so I'm really happy with that. I didn't see what its large. I didn't see what this Doritos large slot was, but what I do see is a Rift Torpedo. That thing is sick. It is a perfectly guided Reaper, essentially, that recharges. Here, let me see if I can help you guys out. Let's send you back this way. Yes, kill that. Come focus on us. So that's the torpedo. Very dangerous, very deadly. Right. Able to take that out. Okay, so if a ship has no weapons, it's treated as a civilian craft. I didn't know that. Alright, wait for this thing to start splintering, and then we'll go ahead and give some eliminate commands. Hopefully I targeted the right thing. Yeah, I hope we catch a lucky shot. Looks like we're gonna get some cryo blasters as well. We lose the Odyssey, which is unfortunate. But the rest of this fight should be pretty won. You should be able to deal with that. Let's see if we can't save the apogee. So the AI here is extremely smart. What it'll do is it will use your ships as cover. So like it basically will continue to circle around the apogee, not allowing a line of sight to it. Really clever. I wish my AI could do that. It is what it is. And our moat should deal with the rest of this. A bit of a rush fight leading to some casualties here, but we still get the job done. See if the Shade can make it out. This time the Shade survives. Well, the Shade lasts longer than the Monitor. It was inverted the last time. Oh, nope, the Shade's gonna die. So it ran out of CR. Ooh, saved. Nice. Alright, so let's recover our ships. And we'll pick through the wreckage here. Yes, Rift Cascade emitter, so that is what we want, so we'll put that on our ship. It is an upgrade to the Tachyon Lance in every way. Basically, it fires like a Tachyon Lance beam, and it does damage the longer the beam is and the closer the target is. So what you want is a very long range Rift Cascade emitter, and to basically ambush things, which the Ziggurat is perfect at. Then we have the Rift Torpedo Launcher. Phenomenal. We'll probably give this... I have to think about who we're going to give this to. But this thing is a beast. It does a ton of damage. Really good. 2 Cryo Blasters, 2 Cryo Flamers. More Rift Beams, that's fantastic. I really like the Rift Beams. If we go this route, we could put those on Glimmers. They're really effective on those kinds of ships. And Disintegrator. Okay, another Resonator is awesome. That's what I want to see. And a ton of mini pulsars for our ballistic ships. Shock repeaters we already talked about. Point defense and 2 antimatter SM launchers. Beautiful. Fantastic. A wonderful haul. We no longer need to be in this system, so let's just get out of here. Okay. And now let's go ahead and retool our skills. We don't have a need to do any more Hypershunt hunting, so we don't need our skills, our lovely skills here that we gotten used to. Instead, we're going to redistribute those back into leadership as well as technology. Great. Confirm. Is there any other changes that we would like to make? I'm going to go for field repairs over... Actually, I'm going to go salvaging and field repairs. We can always bring more Atlases or Phaetons if we need them. Prometheus, whatever. Take containment procedures. Actually, we won't need containment procedures. We'll need makeshift equipment though. And... oh, I guess we get it all. We could take industrial planning. We'll let our administrators handle that. So we get it all. We get bulk trade, salvaging, field repairs, which allows us to take hull restoration. And then with our remaining skills, we will need electronic warfare. We'll take crew training. Coordinated maneuvers. Fighter uplink. We'll just take tactical drills. And then officer management. And unlike last time, we know the difference now between support doctrine and best of the best. We'll be eyeing up best of the best. Cool. So, bereft of crew as well as low on supply and fuel. This is going to be a little tough, but should be nothing that we can't fix. We'll need a small fleet at first, but then once we get some credits in our pocket, we can go do the larger bounties, or larger ordos. And actually, speaking of bounties, that's out of supply. We can probably blow up this station in Tia Tech set. That'll get us 290,000 credits. Won't be a lot, but it'll be enough to at least stop our crew from leaving. What's our debt at? Our total debt is 30,000. Yeah, so we should be fine. Plus, I think we have cores somewhere. Actually, let's do that. Let's go find our cores. We're gonna shed crew, but we'll be able to. We can actually take this. We'll shed crew at first, but I think we have. I'm pretty sure we have cores somewhere. Oh, this is not the smoke you want, kid. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pilot the. I'm gonna pilot the Aurora for this. Something told me to make sure that the Aurora builds were, or the weapon systems were set up properly. But I was like, I'm not gonna be in the Aurora. I don't need to do that. Turns out I will be in the Aurora, and I did need to do that. Oh, you got here fast. Waiting on the enemy ships to show up. Here you go. Oh. How'd you guys get down here so fast? Or are we just that slow? Alright, have fun, buddy. See, you guys thought I missed the Reaper against this Colossus, but it was actually to hit this one so that I could raise its shield. It's an advanced technique. Master tactician. Okay. We do get the Venture. I'll take that. The Venture, I think, has salvage gantry in it. No. It just has survey equipment. Never mind. Alright. We'll take all these lovely goods with us. And do need a salvage rig, that's for sure. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. So we got some really good bounties here. So we can knock that out real quick. That one's really nice. I wish there was a... Is there a gate up there? No, the closest one we know is that one. Now that we have the fuel, let's actually just jump home. Let's head into Thule. And I believe it's up here. We can go do that bounty that's... I mean, transport. We can go do that bounty that's right next to our colonies. Also, I'm really excited when the crisis event kicks off with the Persians because we have a backdoor into their system. We can get straight to Kazran. Banshee grows. Fantastic. Of course, Banshee was the site of the Great Reckoning. It was 400 crew. For the pirates, that is. For the pirates. Okay. So for us, we want the Rift Cascade emitter. For sure. Oh, we also don't need an Aug drive field. Did I fight? Okay. I fought both Hypershunts with minus 40 minus 40 OP. Okay, well, that's something that we did. Go us. Alright. So hopefully, there's one more opportunity that we get to fight a Tesseract. Hopefully we can get the other Rift Cascade emitter. I really like when these two are the same. I don't like when they're mismatched like that. You did an admirable job, but we're going to take back the mini pulsers. I don't think you have a place fighting Ordos. Oh, then again. No. We need an Invictus. For the Odysseys, lots of upgrades that we can do here. So we'll swap you out for a Resonator. And then... I mean, Stab will still work well. Reality Disruptor works phenomenally. And then... the Rift Torpedo... Actually, the Rift Torpedo Launcher, I'm going to put on the... Am I going to put it on the Aperture? Nah. We have to give it to the Odyssey. Oh. It has ECM package. You have missile specialization. This is all perfect. That's good. Since we're doing that, we want expanded missile racks now. And we can give you Well, I mean, auto pulses are good. I'm wondering though, instead of integrated targeting unit, if expanded missile racks is better. These do recharge, but if we have 3 Rift torpedo launchers just going, then that's going to cause a ton of damage. See, we have to balance that against our survivability. You know what? Let me see if I can. Let me recook this Odyssey from the ground up. Rift torpedo launcher, reality disruptor. We want expanded mags, 2 resonators. We could go double reality disruptor, but again, like I talked about, you don't really need 2 on the same platform. Do we do Paladin PD? And this will just be like a support vessel? I mean, if this thing is surrounded, it's going to survive for days. It has unlimited missiles. And it can't really be damaged. Well, let's not say that. It certainly can be damaged. High intensity laser. I'm thinking like what would be best against the would be best against the Ordos. You're not really built for range. I'll give you an auto pulse laser in case anything gets up close. You can defend yourself using that. You're cautious, correct? Yes, you are. Fantastic. And then in the small slots, we can just put... We'll just put some burst PD. And then on the back end... I want to put Dragonfires here so badly, but there's just so few. You get 2 defaults. With expanded missile racks, you get 4, and then with missile specialization, you get 6. That's not enough. A Gorgon pod though might work. I like that. Yeah, I think that's good. If we did max cap, max fence, where are we at? Okay. I think that's good enough. What we need now are our bombers. Fleet. Who has our other bombers? It's probably a Heron that we stashed somewhere. Not bomber. Well, I mean they are bombers, but my other tridents. Well, we can just use daggers for right now. And pick up some defensive items. So like what is it at? Where's Hardened Shields? Hardened Shields is 25. I really like having the daggers. You can get rid of 1 burst PD and just move those closer together. Go for Hardened Shields. And then I didn't even consider buildings. Let's see. Is there anything? Mm. Well, we probably have to build an ECCM package. It's a hull mod. It's an innate hull mod that comes with the ship. But when you build it in, that's when you get the when you can ignore the weapon range reduction. So that's probably going to be one of them. Oh, does that not count? Oh, that's fantastic. I thought those counted towards you too. That's excellent. Okay, cool. Well, I don't feel as bad about that then. Stab shield would convert 10% hard flux damage. I don't see this thing getting attacked often. And it has a ton of capacity, so it's gonna be fine. Extended shields. Not wrong. I'm gonna build in hardened shields because we'll probably always need hardened shields. And then let's see. I mean, we don't have to build in a second one now. We can just think about it. Could build in flux coil adjunct. And I think we're good on capacity. What is it? Extended shields that no. There's a shield perk that reduces the amount of damage you take. Shield conversion front. Ah, we don't need shield conversion front. Yeah. We'll just go like that for now. We probably do need solar shielding, but we'll come back to that later. Okay, so now we need to refit this one. I don't think we need dual Sakiel lances. Maybe we could. What we do need though is we need advanced optics if we're gonna do that. Dual Christmas trees with a bunch of kinetic pressure on the side. Maybe. I don't know how I feel about this one. We'll revisit that. I don't know if we need the high intensity laser. I don't know if we need a second Odyssey, to be honest. But we'll circle back to that one. You, my friend, though, are going to get some serious upgrades. So we'll give you the other reality disruptor. Give you a cryo flamer and a mini pulsar. Antimatter SRM, squalls. And sure, we'll take systems expertise. And then just a little bit of point defense. I'm undermounting the point defense on purpose. You don't need the big heavy blaster, it just costs more ordnance points and it's pretty much just as effective. And you're gonna be our forward facing tank. 0.44. Do you field mod? You do a field mod, perfect. Forward facing tank, basically it'll sit in front of something even as scary as a Radiant, disrupt it, drive up its flux, and then help support with squalls, antimatter SRM launchers, and the like. Just a big old distraction. This should be fine. And then for you, same thing, squalls. You can get an antimatter blaster as well. You unfortunately don't get the luxury that the other ship was provided, but we can go for beams. Ion beam, high intensity laser. Oh, that's right, you don't have ECM package. Alright, I guess we're building that in. I didn't want to spend so many story points, but we're making our ships worth the while. We're in the end game. And you need a touch more point defense. Actually, you need advanced optics. Well, I mean, no, you don't. The Radiants pretty much get in your face immediately, so you don't have to worry about being able to reach out and touch them. You're wonderful as you are. No changes, no notes. And then, is there any optimization we can make here? Yes. So what we can do is we can replace the front of this ship with mini pulsars. We can drop expanded missile racks, and we're going to have to swap out from Reapers to something else. Like antimatter, I said no. No. Actually, what we'll do is we will make these sabos. So a little bit of a flip here. And instead of sabo pods, what we can do is we can run where are they? Gorgons. Oh, we only have one Gorgon left. That's fine. We'll run it on just harpoon pods then. Put the pods on the same channel. Mini pulsers fire together. Pulsar heavy blaster on one and on auto fire. And I think that's good as is. Just double checking, confirm. Yeah, that is a good point. We could just do heavy blaster, ion pulsar, ion pulsar. Yeah, that's actually way better. And just make sure that they're all on the same channel. They are. Perfect. Confirm. You don't have ordnance expertise. Okay, cool. So we have a lot of new toys equipped on our ships. Is there any way we can fit in cryo blasters or cryo flamers? Disintegrators. I don't think so. Not on this ship. But we'll keep those in our pocket. So upgrades to the fleet have been made. We can go ahead and drop off the rest of the weapons here. We need to steal some more supplies. It'll be tough going for the next few months. However, if I can figure out where I have my cores at, and we go do those bounties real quick, then we should be able to get back on our feet financially, and then go back out once we're stabilized to exploring the threat now with the upgrades to the fleet that we've made. Or first farm Ordos, then go explore the threat. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Other than that, Grumpy out.